Right, here we go. Let's have a look at Chainlink. So Chainlink looking pretty bullish still. It's been looking bullish for a long time, and despite the upset that we had yesterday with Bitcoin pushing and breaking, Chainlink's looking still pretty bullish, to be honest with you. So we've been riding along pretty much as bullish as you could possibly be on this 7-day close, the whole way up, testing it, bouncing from it, testing it, bouncing from it. We were rejected from this level here for 36,000 satoshis, but supported again on the 7-day close, where we found a significant support, having a red candle, but that's okay. When you have so many greens, you have to accept the red one. That's no problem at all. And now where are we looking to go from here? Well, to be honest with you, we could be coming down to test this level again. That'll be just 93. 93, what am I talking about? 29,000, almost 30,000 sats. But it looks like it wants to push up again. Now, with a coin that's going this far, this fast, we have to expect some form of consolidation. But I did wait too long for a consolidation on Chainlink before it went crazy. If you watched my video a few weeks ago, I knew that there was a move coming, but I expected some form of consolidation to take place, and it just didn't happen, and it just launched. It just went crazy. So what we're looking at here is an extremely bullish posture. We've got all our moving averages spread like a nice colourful bullish rainbow, wanting to just keep going up and up and up. Now, how high can it possibly go? I mean, our highest stats before being rejected was this level here, just below 40,000 satoshis. It could. There's no reason why it can't reach that over the coming weeks. But what I would say is that by reaching this amount here would not mean that we're going to be reaching the same amount on our tether pairing, because back then Bitcoin was worth a lot more than it was here. In fact, that was at the peak of Bitcoin's height of this year, or pretty much getting on for almost twice as much as the Bitcoin is valued at the moment, almost twice as much, about 40% higher, 45% higher than it was now. So satoshis are easier to achieve at this point in time. So to see a rise in sats across the board with all coins is, that's to be expected when you've got almost a half-price Bitcoin since June. But let's not take away from the fact that Chainlink has been bullish and is continuing to be bullish, and probably will take out its previous high of and maybe even get up to 40,000 satoshis. But what does this mean realistically for those who want to cash out or those who are looking to profit? Where are we going to really be looking to go from this level that we're at now on the tether pairing? So again, a very bullish posture across the board, and pretty much everything you'd really want to see from a coin that's going to have continuation of its bull trend. We're just peaking within the area of resistance for Chainlink. This area is resistance all the way through that consolidation before it took that final leg down and broke down. So this, in my book, if you want to compare it to something, it's like the equivalent of a $6,000 Bitcoin, and after a parabolic top, which this was parabolic, let's face facts, this is definitely a parabolic move. We did break down. We've come down to I imagine that'd be about 60% from top to bottom. About 65%, 66%. So that's okay. That's acceptable. That's normal for that to happen after a parabolic move. In fact, that's quite conservative. Some would argue I would have expected a bit more of a dip, which is only a credit to the strength of Chainlink. So the likelihood of this continuing with this move, I believe, would be relatively high. But because we're in the middle of a resistance level now, technically we've broken out and above it, but we came back beneath it, and technically we are within it right now. I would hold off from making any purchases, because buying within a resistance level, unless you have a very tight stop loss, it's quite risky, because it can obviously break down from here. It's a resistance for a reason. It means that it's going to be hard to push above here. But if we do break above here and we can make a candle close like this one, again like this one, if we have a candle close above it, then I would expect continuation. Our RSI is really, really high at the top, and to be honest with you, let's excuse me. let's wait for a little bit of a few days hanging around within this area or just above. We don't want to see too much massive price action. This will all be very overstretched at that point. To have a small continuation down to perhaps maybe the bottom of this level here would be around $2.45, or just above to around about 2.7. I don't know why I'm saying like that. $2.70. That's kind of what we'd like to see before another big push, but let's face it, we're above the Ichimoku cloud, which is actually red, so it's not a great sign. But we did have our cross from the conversion line over the baseline at this level here, which is where I missed out, to be honest with you. This is exactly where I spotted the trend to change, and I should have bought it back there. I was being a little greedy and wanted it to consolidate ever so slightly, and it just launched. So not that I'm looking to buy any now, and because obviously it's in this resistance level, but we should have continuation of this move over the next few weeks. It doesn't mean it's going to launch today, but it looks very bullish to me. A few things to note is that, like I say, we are in a resistance level, so just hold on for that, and wait to see this area here get tested. So as low as perhaps $2.45, and as high as maybe its previous candle body close at $2.80. But let's just hang around here for a little bit, reaccumulate, essentially consolidate, and then launch up again. Probably going to be starting to see some big highs at the beginning of November, and I think that a lot of alts will start to see changes in their behaviour in November as well. And Chainlink is probably going to be one of the biggest movers, because it's so strong. It's such a strong coin now. There's no question that this coin is going to do extremely well in the long run. Almost impossible for me to work out how valuable it's going to be in the long run, but I expect it's going to outperform almost every single alt that you may have heard of. And there's going to be a few others that probably do very, very well as well. But when we're looking at things like Ethereum, EOS, XRP, I think Chainlink's going to eclipse all of those guys in its gains over the next few years. Anyway, I really appreciate you watching. I hope you have a nice day, and take it easy.